Now we're going to view the results from the scorecard analysis. So go up to the menu, select View, Results, and the first thing that you'll see, or the first two things you'll see, are at the top you've got basically some statistics on the project. So out of the 15 Monte Carlo simulations we ran, all the time altering the resource productivity, the resource availability, things like that. If resources were used overtime, the fatigue, productivity losses kicked in, things like that. Out of all those, the average for duration, cost, and labor hours are shown here with a standard deviation. And so our 65% confidence interval, which is your average plus or minus 1 standard deviation, is right here. 95%, which is plus or minus 2 standard deviations, and 99%, which is plus or minus 3 standard deviations, are all provided here. In addition, the top 5 riskiest tasks are shown. And what this is, these are the tasks with the widest range of duration. And some of these may be individual tasks, some may be summary tasks. So for instance, this task called the IT system setup, on one of the simulation runs, it only took 34 days. On another one of the 15 iterations that went through in that analysis, it took over 100 days. So there's a difference of 66 days between those two. So there's a lot of variation, and we want to highlight that. So that's what this is telling you, which is completely different than a critical path method. We're now looking at which tasks are most volatile or sensitive to variation. We show the top 5 riskiest tasks in another form, from earliest start to latest end. That's just another way to look at them. And then last of all, what is provided is a risk analysis, or different risk levels or scores for schedule, cost, and labor. And in all of these, we compare to either the Primavera or the project values against the pmBLOX average value. So for instance, in this case, as far as schedule, they both started on the same day, but there was a different end date, and on average, pmBLOX showed that this project could be done 42 days faster, or roughly 31% lower schedule. So that risk is low. However, when you get to cost, there's only a 2% difference. Again, the risk is low. And on labor hours, they're very close here. Again, roughly 2%, and again, that risk is low. Now, in these categories, anything that's lower than 0% as far as a delta is considered low risk. If it's 0 to 15% is considered medium risk, and anything over 15% is considered a high risk.